Good morning. It's January 14th, Thursday, so you can be sure you have the right day. And I think we're going to have some snow later, but the sun looks like it might come out a little bit, so that's good news. I hope all of you are well and safe. Just listening to the news for a little bit, the whole world is suffering. This is samsara. And no matter how we feel and how restless we may be, or how we can see our impatience rising, this is the time for us to just be with that. Recognize we have these difficult emotions because we don't want to be blocked in and cut off from the things that we enjoy doing. But this is still the time for us to keep building our patience, building that fortitude while we look inside and just see, watch those feelings, watch our bodies. So this is, we're still in the middle of this kind of human experience for our lifetimes, I'm sure. So keep going, carry on, stay calm. There are beautiful things about the winter though, and there are some advantages to being indoors and being able to watch and look out on it and watch nature. Even if you're watching nature from out of doors, that's great. But if your vantage point is inside looking out, that's good too. We're all having more of that. Well, we're not all having more time. Our essential workers are busier than ever. And on top of that busyness, they have to be careful and be taking care of others and looking after others, so their safety is essential to their own families and their own experiences, as well as the work they do for us. So there's that combination of the busier than ever, and those of us who have more time on our hands, just if you're not commuting, you have more time. So remember, there are all these different people and all these different emotions going on all at the same time. So try to work with loving kindness every day. Work with that feeling of friendliness to all beings. And start with yourselves, because you may feel like you're judging yourself if you're not just completely content being at home alone all the time and getting all of your social interaction online. It may not feel good to you, and don't beat on yourself if it doesn't. It's not how we normally think of spending our days. So loving kindness is never inappropriate to begin it with ourselves. And the natural outflow will happen. So why don't we practice today and let it be a time for you to go inward. And we begin with loving kindness. So we start out being inward, thinking about ourselves. But then we go out, we radiate out, because this friendliness, this kindness to ourselves is naturally wanting to radiate out from us. But if you feel like you need it and you don't, right now you're feeling exhausted, that you can't send it out, that you need it all for yourself, well, don't feel bad about that. It may be that you do need to focus more on yourself, but then you'll see quickly that it wants to go beyond the self. But don't feel guilty if right now you need it all for yourself. And just when we practice radiating out, if you need to, you can stay working with yourself, sending all those nurturing, comforting thoughts and the friendliness to yourself. And it won't be long before that will allow you to feel better about yourself, and then you can start seeing how easily it is to let it go further. But don't put pressure on yourself. It needs to be natural. So why don't we sit? Just let your body, really allow your body to relax. Letting your spine stretch up. Even if you're on the floor, you're walking on the floor, you can still allow that spine to lift up, to stretch. And then when you can really notice a difference in how comfortable your body becomes when you're allowing it to not be slumped and to lift up. And then as you breathe, it will settle a bit, but it should settle in a nice, for your body, something that's nice and straight. So we'll work a little bit with the body today just to get it comfortable. So if you can, close your eyes, and all of our sense doors will be open. But closing your eyes can just eliminate a little bit of the distraction. But you'll be seeing light and different things going on even with your eyelids closed. But it's helpful, unless you were taught to practice with your eyes open, and that's okay too. And just for a few minutes, be completely aware of this physical body. You can keep adjusting your posture. You want to be relaxed, but feel attentive, awake, aware. We're not trying to shut the world out at all. We're trying to keep ourselves open to everything coming in through our sense doors. And that's our mind, our hearing. Our sense doors are our ears, our mind, our eyes, our nose, our skin for contact. And our tongue, our mouth for taste. So when we meditate, we're not trying to control what comes in. We're trying to just be able to be in the midst of whatever that experience is, and just be able to let it come in and let it pass through. The way we work with our thoughts, we see that they're arising, but we don't need to feed our thoughts with our attention. We can just let them go. They'll always come back. And the same with our other senses. We can be aware of maybe the feeling of warm air or cool air on our skin, or if there's a breeze. We don't have to do anything about it. If we realize we're way too cold, we might need to put something around our shoulders. And sounds will come into our ears. And we can just be aware that there is sound. without needing to separate it out or start wondering where it's coming from or if I can stop it, or we can just allow it to be. Now, if you have children in the home, we'll be practical. If someone needs your attention, you need to be aware of that too. And if you're the attending adult in the house, you may have to get up and deal with something, but that's okay too. Then you just can come back when that's taken care of. That's why so many people love going to the temple or love going to their group meditation, because we can feel free from some of those distractions that are part of our normal day. And that's okay too. But these days we're right in the middle. And that's in our regular lives, that's where we are. We're right in the middle. So this is very good practice for all of us. We're learning to sit in the middle of everything. Learn how to be with that. You may be aware of stress in your body. You may be aware of pain. You can adjust your posture to help with some feelings, but some other bodily feelings will be there until you either deal specifically with the pain or the feeling, or you begin to work in your meditations with those, maybe the feelings of stress or anxiety, and learn more about them just by being with yourself. Just observe the body breathing for a while. Now you can just follow my voice as we do metta practice. And if you want to stay with yourself, you just stay with yourself. And you don't need to push beyond what your own needs are today. It will come. So begin to send those nurturing thoughts to yourself that you need to hear, that you would want your best friend to say with you, to say to you. May I be well and feel safe in my home, in this world. May I be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May I be content with the world and with my life at this moment. May I find joy and delight in small things. And may I live at peace, peace with myself, peace with those around me. Now send these same thoughts out to your loved one, to those closest to you. Could include your pets, who are really working 24/7 these days to keep us going. May all my loved ones, my dear friends, my family members, my pets, may each one of them be well and content. May they feel safe. May they find delight in the simple things in life. And may they be free from fear and worry and anxiety. And may each one of them live in peace. Now extend these same thoughts out to your entire community. Maybe your city, might be your neighborhood, maybe it's just the people on your street. Several people will be strangers to you. Some may be dear friends or family, some may be acquaintances. But there will be strangers, people you haven't met yet. So include everyone in this community, and especially think of the strangers. May my community and my strangers be well and feel safe. May each one of them be able to find delight and joy in the simple things. May they have patience. And be free from fear and worry and anxiety. And may they be living in peace. And now think of someone who's a difficult person in your life, a challenging person. It could be someone you love dearly, or it could be someone that's someone you really don't know, or someone from your past, and you're still kind of caught up in difficult feelings. And just try to see your difficult person as a human being just like you. And send loving kindness, knowing how important these feelings are for you to develop, and to have this nurturing comfort coming to you from within or from without. know that this difficult person wants exactly the same things. May my difficult person be well and feel safe. May they be free from fear and worry and anxiety. May they be able to find delight and joy in small things and daily things. May they have patience. May they be well. And may they be at peace with themselves and the world. And now just let these feelings, let all of these feelings that you've been able to take in and share, just let them radiate out into the universe. So there's no one that you're not sending them to. When we begin to radiate this quality of metta out, we don't try to discriminate between who gets it and who doesn't. We're willing to send it out to all beings. And it's an unlimited, unbounded quality. And this is energy going out. May all beings, human beings, non-human beings, all creatures, all invisible beings to us, all the devas and spirits and other layers of life that we have no awareness of. All human beings, regardless of where they are and what they think or what they believe, may all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Those causes that we know often come from within. Free from fear and worry and anxiety, and free from hunger and thirst and the changing weather. May all living beings be able to care for themselves or be cared for lovingly. And may all beings know peace. And just sit with this feeling of expansion and radiating out as long as it's comfortable for you. If you have time, just keep a light focus on your body breathing. And this sense of metta radiating out from you, permeating all of you and moving out, and just continually, endlessly radiating out. Now just keep sitting, and I hope you have a beautiful day and that you can sit for at least another 5 or 10 minutes, if not more, and just stay with your breath and keep feeling that energy radiating out and the quality of it. We're all connected in this world. We're connected to beings being born and beings dying as well. So include those in your metta. And include everyone that we know is sick, and everyone we're unaware of being sick. It's wonderful to feel it radiating out, isn't it? Well, I'll see you tomorrow, and have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here with me.